Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football. I hope all of you are doing well. This is your Chelsea versus Liverpool preview. This is going to be one hell of a preview. I actually can't wait to get into it. But before we do, and we start getting into the nitty gritty of all the formalities and all the craziness that's going to go down in the next 24 hours, a couple of things. First and foremost, if you are a wrestling fan and you were subscribed to Younes Talks Wrestling, which I had to pull because it was just impossible to be able to maintain, I have come with a offer, a solution, and that is I got help. So now go and check out You Watch All You Can Eat Chelsea, All You Can Eat Wrestling with me, Miz and Javon. Link in the description. Go and give us a sub over there. First content will be for Monday Night Raw this Monday coming up. Make sure you're there. I've got the help now. If anything gets in the way or whatnot, there's always others that are there. We rotate. We can be together. It's going to be good to get all three on board to see exactly what our thoughts are in the wrestling world. So make sure you're subscribed. Link in the description. Hit that now if you are interested. Of course, you're all here for the football. If you're here for the football, make sure you're here for the watch along. Chelsea versus Liverpool that I will be doing here tomorrow. Yes. And not just the Chelsea games. We're going to be adding some other games, especially the ones that are all competing for what we're competing for at the moment, which we're about to get into in terms of Champions League football. So make sure you're here for the watch along tomorrow. Chelsea versus Liverpool. I will be live, think about half hour or maybe 45 minutes before kickoff. So make sure you guys are there and you're subscribed with the notification bell on. Talking about Champions League football, I have to give you guys the scoop on Strasbourg. You guys seen Strasbourg? Wait, they beat PSG. I know PSG are on the beach at the moment. Liverpool, see? Yeah. See what PSG are doing? You need to do the same. On the beach, Strasbourg beat them. The French league now, with 2 games remaining, there's 4 points between 2nd and 7th. And it's just gone crazy. Strasbourg are sitting in 5th. They're 1 point off of 2nd. They might get Champions League football. They've got 2 teams that are battling relegation to play against, and that's the end of the season. So we'll see what happens there. It's going to be quite a conundrum if both Strasbourg and Chelsea qualify for the Champions League, because in that case, Bluco have got to make a decision. But Chelsea qualifying for the Champions League is what our bread and butter is and what we have got to talk about, because right now the Premier League table is looking a certain way. Thanks to Nottingham Forest bottling a result against Brentford. So let's show you the Premier League table as it stands at the moment, which is... Here it is, in all its glory. We've had Arsenal that lost to Bournemouth today. Fantastically. Big up Bournemouth, and big up Dean Huijsen for scoring a fantastic header against Arsenal at the Emirates, which meant that Arsenal have dropped points, which means that Man City, with 3 games left, are 3 points behind Arsenal. They can catch them. Can I just say, before we get into the Champions League stuff, if Man City finish ahead of Arsenal after the horrid season that they've had, what was it? At one point, they won, what was it, 2 games or 3 games in 16? And they still finish ahead of Arsenal, who are meant to have had a great season. They've meant to have competed for the title this season. Arsenal might come out of the season looking like absolute clowns. That's just, no hate to the Gooners that are watching, but I mean, you know, phase 5, phase 6, what's going on? All it takes now is for Arsenal to get knocked out of the Champions League, and this could be a really bad end. But we'll see what happens, because chances are they should still finish 2nd. It's still in their hands, but if they slip up one more time, City might be there to pick up the pieces. But for Champions League, Man City currently sitting on 64 after having played 1 game more. Newcastle on 62, Chelsea on 60, Forest on 60, Villa on 60 after they won their game, beating Fulham 1-0, which means they're in the mix, but they've got to obviously watch out for what the other teams are going to do now. So it's still a very open race, but we have to see what Newcastle, Chelsea and Forest are all going to do this weekend. And Chelsea have to play Liverpool, who have currently won the league and are sitting very comfortably, and we've got to give them a guard of honour. And I'm hoping that when we do give them a guard of honour, I hope we see Liverpool players all coming out like this. I hope, because then what does that mean? Great, hungover. Fantastic. We need them hungover. Right now, I speak right now, yeah? Right now. It's Saturday night. I hope they're getting wasted. Beyond belief. I hope they are all going nuts right now. Celebrate and go crazy, lads. Yeah? Drink everything. Even if it's bleach, drink it. Yeah? Don't. But you get the gist, because look, we need Liverpool to not show up tomorrow, because we have to be honest with ourselves here. If Liverpool show up at their best, long day. Long day. And this is why I was saying before, after losing to Brentford, not losing. You see, I'm saying losing because it felt like a loss. We drew to Brentford, we drew to Ipswich. That was me going, this is gone, isn't it? But it's like I said back then, I was expecting Liverpool to win the league at the Bridge, which would have meant there's something mad to play for. And that's what that was a scenario I was looking at that was more likely, and thinking, oh my God, we got no chance then. But now with Forest having lost the game that I didn't think they'd lose, Liverpool now having won the league, okay, maybe. Well, there's no maybe. We have to. We have to win. Yeah, we have to beat Liverpool. We have to. Because if we don't, we're still in a sticky situation. Some people say it's okay though, but Forest are there. They're even if they're level on points, but you know they're still behind us. Forest have played one more game and they're still behind us on goal difference. Yeah, but it's like I said before, we've got to go to Newcastle. For me, that's a result. That's more a loss than Liverpool tomorrow, which sounds crazy because you'd think that losing to Liverpool would be more likely. But now with these circumstances, this is why I've said, you know what? They've pulled me back in. They've pulled me back in because the circumstances have come into our favour for this match. They're in our favour. But we have to win. If we do not win, at that point, I think it's curtains. Because I'm not expecting anything other than a loss at Newcastle. That's me being real. And that's a 6-pointer, which means at that point, it's going to get sticky. Because Newcastle are ahead of us at the moment. Man City are ahead of us at the moment. They're 4 points ahead of us. You can't lose to Liverpool and then Newcastle and still think you're going to get Champions League football. At that point, it's a myth. And I know there's 5th to fight for, but you're dropping too many points. We have to win tomorrow. If we don't, I'll say this, if we don't, that would mean we have to beat Newcastle, and then we have to beat United, and then we have to beat Forest, which I think is too much. Because I don't think we beat Newcastle. United and Forest, maybe. But we'll see. Tomorrow is a must. Tomorrow is an opportunity to hopefully play a Liverpool team that's a bit on the beach, that are relaxed. That can also be a bad thing, by the way. Don't think just because I'm saying this that, you know what, we weren't going to win tomorrow. Like, no. Sometimes when you're playing a really good team that's got nothing to fight for, nothing to play for, nothing to lose, they're like, yo, we're just going to have fun. And sometimes when you give really, really, really good players just fun, sometimes they play better. So this is where you have to really, really balance things out and be careful. We have to be careful. We need to come at our best. We need to come with noise. We need to come with motivation. We need to come with discipline, with solidity, with seriousness, with fight, with heart, with passion, with desire, with everything, with tactics, with everything. Maresca needs to be on his A game. If he's got an A game, you've got to show it. You've got to be on it, all guns blazing. And hopefully, we can get 3 points. And if we do, it is back on. It is back on. Because if we do win tomorrow, and then considering, even if we were to lose to Newcastle, considering we beat Forest, chances are we'll finish 5th. Chances are we'll finish 5th. And that would mean Champions League football. But this is why I'm saying we have to win tomorrow. So, we'll see. Talking about what I think is going to look like tomorrow. Well, in terms of team news, Sanchez is going to return, apparently because of a minor knock that he sustained that left him out of the Conference League game against Joe Garden, which wasn't the case. Jorgensen is going to play that game. Jorgensen will probably play the final as well. We'll see. The team news is saying that Nkunku faces a late fitness test. right? And there's no other fresh injury concerns, but we know this is not the case. Nkunku's leaving the club, and it came out today. He's pushing to leave. We already knew this. We've known this since January. He was meant to leave in January. Did we forget? We couldn't get a move for him, if you remember. That was it. If not, he'd be gone. He wouldn't be here right now, but he still is here. But it come out today, Florian Plettenberg saying that Nkunku is ready to leave Chelsea. He will be leaving in the summer. He's gone. Goodbye. Yeah, that's not very breaking news, if I'm going to be honest. Hence, there's no video on it because we already knew that. But for Liverpool, apparently Arne Slot will be rotating his side with the likes of Harvey Elliott, Curtis Jones and Diogo Jota all looking to get a place in the starting 11. Now, for me, I got to be honest, that still sounds very good. Curtis Jones is a great player. Harvey Elliott's a great player. Sometimes they can be the worst. In fact, we've got history of Harvey Elliott. We remember. Diogo Jota is still very solid. Conor Bradley has returned to training and is expected to be involved. That's someone that I'm guessing could maybe come on. We'll see what happens. Don't know. But I'm still expecting a very solid Liverpool team. Like I said before, I'm only maybe expecting Kelleher to start instead of Alisson. Apart from that, you might maybe find a Gakpo that might start instead of coming off the bench. But they've got a very strong side. I'm not expecting them to just field loads of academy boys. That's not going to happen. They might bring some players that they normally have on their bench, but that's still very strong. So we have to take them seriously. We have to be really solid tomorrow. So fingers crossed we are. Let's get into the starting 11 and what I think Chelsea should do. And I'll talk you through it in terms of the best way to go along for this. So here we go. Here's the starting 11. Right. I've gone Sanchez in goal. Reece James at right back. Cucurella at left back. That's a given. Chalobah at centre back, I think, is also a given. Colwill, I know, will raise some eyebrows. Right? The problem is, who do you replace him with? And you might argue, okay, maybe a Badiashile. I hear that. And you know what? There is something in me that says, you know what? As long as Badiashile doesn't make a mistake, he can actually be proper, solid, right? Colwill has been in very bad form. Very bad form. So this is a bit risky. But I don't like changing centre-back pairings constantly all the time. I'm not a fan of it. I think we do it too much, if I'm honest. And I understand the quality is not there. But I think we do it too much. Centre-backs are meant to be... They're meant to be the position where you just know which two it's going to be all the time. Even considering we don't have too many games. It should be a centre-back pairing that you just know you're going to go with. So I'm willing to go Chalobah, Levi, Colwill. Right? But Cole needs to be better. Needs to be doing better because, like I said, he's been poor. He's been really poor. So, the midfield, Enzo Caicedo, that's a given as well. Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer's been dreadful. Let's just be honest here. Even against Joe Garden, he came on and stunk. And we spoke about this on All You Can Eat Chelsea over on Mrs. channel. Even against Joe Garden, even being 4-0 up when there's no pressure. And he came on and he hesitated. He was struggling. He lost his head. I'm like, brother, you are playing Animal Farm in the Conference League where we're 4-0 up and we're living life. And you're still hesitating. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. But this is a fixture where we need Cole Palmer. But he can't be crap either. You see, this is where it would help if Nkunku was playing properly, if we had João Felix maybe. These are the ones where you think, okay, that would be a solution in case something happens. But Cole Palmer's got to play. And I don't know what Cole Palmer's going to show up. But right now, I've got all sorts of theories in my head as to thinking, what's the problem here? Is it his loss? Has he lost confidence? Has his level been brought down because he can't hold on for everything and carry the team forever? Is it the quality around him that's brought him down? Is he injured? Is he not fully fit? Is he not taking risks with his shots or whatnot? Is he a little bit worried in terms of some of the actions that he would normally take? He doesn't want to take because he doesn't want to risk it maybe? Is he not fully fit? Is he just in his head? Has he got personal problems? I don't know. There's so many avenues here. Is he not happy with Maresca tactically? Because we've already seen this. This came out last week, that apparently he wants to drop a little deeper to pick up the ball from deeper and have a bit more freedom to be able to drive forward with the team. But now he doesn't drop as deep and he's just always in that position, basically just waiting for the ball, which is not his style. But that's on the Maresca. We know apparently he's not happy with that. But that can't be why he's just playing terrible for what, 3-4 months? It doesn't make any sense. So I can't put my finger on it. What's the problem? What's the problem? Is it mental? Is it physical? Is it tactical? Is it personal? I don't know. Is it all of them? I don't know. This is the issue. So Cole Palmer, but he's got to play. He's got to start. So Cole Palmer in there. We'll see what happens. Fingers crossed he's on it. The wings is where I've gone really a bit ballsy here. I want directness. I want straight to Liverpool's defence. And I think Tyreek George deserves to play. I think he's been great. I think he's been very technical. He's been smart with his decisions. He's been playing well. He's scored a couple. He links up really well. He takes defenders on. He doesn't make mistakes. I think he should play. We can rely on him. He shoots. Madueke on that flank. Listen, we need someone who's going to be just all guns blazing. That's kind of what you got to do against Liverpool. Got to kind of put them against, put their backs on the wall. Madueke is the only real winger that we have that can really do that properly. Now, the issue is his only final product. Now, if he nails his final product and he scores like he did against Joe Garden, then great. But I would play him tomorrow. So that's the winger situation, and up front, Nicholas Jackson. Which, look, like I said, his goals against Joe Garden were brilliant for me. Fantastic. Keep it up now. Take it into this game against the big boys, yeah? Jackson, I'm going to do what I said at the start of the season. If you remember those first few games before I kind of just lost faith, you got to score tomorrow. I'm expecting 1 goal from Nico Jackson tomorrow. One. You give me 1, I'll be happy. 1. Just get 1 goal, right? And not because we're 4-1 down. I need 1 goal, and then hopefully we go on to do something. So that's my starting 11. Do you agree or disagree? Let me know. Let me know down in the comment section below. Prediction time. Ah, boy. Prediction time. Okay. I don't want to be deluded. See, this is where I hate giving predictions when things are up in question and I don't quite know what direction to go in. I don't want to be deluded. I want to be honest. I want to be real. This is going to sound wild. Okay. This is tough. I got my head and my heart telling me 2 different things and I don't know what to go with. My head tells me this will still be Liverpool winning. And my heart is telling me, no, you know what? Chelsea are gonna grab it. My heart is telling me 2-1. My heart is telling me easy 2-1 Chelsea win. And my head's telling me the absolute reverse. Chelsea 1, Liverpool 2. I'm going to go with my heart. Screw it. I'm ready to get my heart broken again. I'm ready. We'll be here on the watch long. If you want to catch me getting my heart broken live, make sure you're here for the watch long tomorrow. We can watch it together. Contribute in the chat. Let us know what you think. And I'll see all of you tomorrow. Let me know your predictions down below. How do you see it going down? And I will catch all of you tomorrow on the watch long, where we go through the motions together. So let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much. Subscribe, notification bell on. I'll see all of you tomorrow. Look after yourselves. Take care and peace.